And we're back live, the Two Alphas Talk. Tonight, we're going to change the format a little bit. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. So as we said, we you guys pretty much know the format. The guys that watch on a regular basis, and if you don't, it's typical format of a show. We come on, we do talk about sponsors. We're changing that. We're going right into the topic tonight, and what we're going to do is we're going to watch a few videos and some incidents that have happened around the country, and the two of us are going to critique on it. Seems like a lot of people like that, so we're going to try our hand at it and see how it works out.
Yep. See what happened. I do have to say, fuck the Rumble. All right.
Let's get ready.
You guys, we enjoy you guys over on Rumble. So we're on Twitch. We're on. I have to announce it where we're at, you know what I'm saying? And we're on YouTube. The
Some
ugly
habits are hard to break.
It's a hard habit. But I got to do this because I need you guys to follow. I need you guys to follow the show. I need you guys to really support the show because we're running up against a lot of barriers right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's unnecessary that we're running up against these barriers. And but we got to do what we got to do to keep driving on and keep this show going.
Yeah,
and
that's the key.
To keep the show going. So you guys who love us on Rumble, please go to Rumble. You can go to rumble.com into the Google search. You don't even have to have the app. Type in the Two Alphas Talk. You'll see us too. Follow this page. We only got 14 followers on this channel on Rumble.
How many views?
We got over 7,000 views on the main page. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 7,000.1 K views. And so, but we need you guys to like this channel to get this channel going up. And just went to 14 right now. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And
thank you, whoever that was.
Yeah, thank you, whoever that was. I need to open my app and see in the chats. And like the videos, give us a thumbs up. See people starting to give us a thumbs up on the videos, and like it. People starting to comment. Please, guys, over on Rumble, help us grow this channel. It's going to encourage us to keep doing what we're doing, and keep doing more of it if you guys do this.
It's only 30 seconds, fellas. 30 seconds. You go on the show, open it up. 30 seconds later, you can click off. That's all we have. Mm-hmm. Give it a chance. If you like it, keep watching. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, it works either way.
Right. I'm not worried about YouTube. YouTube. Every time we move forward in YouTube goes backwards. So
it's an uphill battle with them.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle.
They change the rules.
Yeah, we're losing on YouTube like no tomorrow. So thank you, WK, for always supporting the show. And like he said, hit the damn thumbs up. He didn't say damn, but I said damn. But hit the thumbs up button, guys.
He usually does.
Yeah. And please do that. We're going to go right into the show. Something happened in Fontana, California. It still is not making any damn sense. This was an interesting event. So Fontana, California, you had a police officer who was out there on the golf course, and for some reason or another, it was an off-duty police officer at that.
From another
he was
from another jurisdiction.
Another jurisdiction. He was armed, and apparently some shots were fired. They don't know if it was him or not, but when the regular cops get out there, let's take a look and see what happened here. You know, it was not a pretty sight.
No.
I need to make it bigger.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
All right.
Press play.
Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the wrong. This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's the wrong.
Nice one.
Yeah, I got them open. So
dude
let me-
apparently was a LA Sheriff Department.
yeah, it's an LA sheriff. I got it right here.
Local
Yeah.
cops.
That was a Utah guy that got killed.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay. All right. Let me open this bigger and make sure the screen looks good. And here we go. Where is it? All right. Here we go.
Video from a witness to what happened here at the Sierra Lakes Golf Club yesterday afternoon. We're told that an off-duty law enforcement officer who was very distraught was waving a gun around on the golf course, terrorizing people. That is when Fontana officers shot him and he later died. We want to warn you, the video we're about to show you could be distressing to some people. You can see in the video the man is lying on the ground next to a golf cart. He appears to reach for a gun. He gets it in his hand, and this is when Fontana officers opened fire. They shot the man multiple times. He was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. A Fontana police sergeant confirms the man who was shot and killed here was an off-duty Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy. Now, this all began around 4 p.m. Police say somebody called 911 to say that this man was in some kind of an argument with somebody at his home, which is right next to the golf course. The caller said the man was distraught, that he'd been drinking, and that he'd shot up a wall at his home, and then he'd walked outside carrying 2 guns. Witnesses say he showed up here at the Sierra Lakes Golf Club a few minutes later, ran onto the course, and began waving one of their weapons around. One witness says the man appeared to be having a mental breakdown. Fontana officers arrived here. They confronted the man. They tried to get him to surrender. He would not give up peacefully. And in the video, you can see him reaching for his gun and pointing it at officers. That's when police shot him. We spoke to the golf course manager just a few minutes ago.
There wasn't very many people here, so that was good. But they were, me and the ones that were here it was, a little scary.
Because he had a gun in his hand.
Oh yeah.
And was he aiming it at people?
He was waving around, yeah.
So that must have been frightening.
Especially for
it was
California.
a little scary, yes.
The anti-gun.
But the Fontana police did a great job. They got his attention and
Gunned him down.
and then took care of things.
Yep. Took care of things. That's a lot of words.
We do not have the
Lot
name
of
of
action in
Los
small amount
Angeles
of
County
words.
Sheriff's deputy.
Yeah.
Who
All right.
Mhm.
So
Yep. So
Was-
go ahead.
I was gonna say, was this an act of suicide by a cop? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it seems like he had a family breakdown. Maybe his wife was leaving him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And he was distraught. He came outside to kill himself. He didn't have the galls to do it.
Mhm.
So he waved the guns. He knew the police protocol. He knew they were coming.
Mhm.
And he waited for them to come. He knew if he pointed, he didn't take a shot at him.
I would say if you're an adult in America, you know the protocol for dealing with police. You don't reach for a
Mhm.
gun. You don't make sudden movements. You don't do those things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a damn what color you are. You just
Yeah.
don't do it. You just don't do that. So I think in this case, like you said, he probably had some ulterior motives, and they assisted in those requests, silent
Mhm.
requests.
They let him die. Well,
But in
they gave
gave him
what he wanted.
because it's not Monday, but it's Thursday night
Quarterback.
quarterbacking.
Yeah.
You look at when you see that, you watch those rounds, and I know the guy's laying on the ground, but you see the officers moving back, and his rounds impacting the
3
ground
feet
all
in front of
around.
him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a lot of anticipation. And this
Yeah.
is one of the things that I stress to guys when we're out on the range is that, we stand there and we could put, 5 rounds inside a quarter size target, but when the shit hits the fan,
When somebody's shooting back at you,
right. Or
you
the threat.
have a tendency to look at the threat instead of look at your sights.
Right.
So, and that's what happens. And now you think you're point shooting at this point.
Right.
So you're thinking your sights are on the target, and you're looking at the threat instead of the a target, and the threat's guns looks bigger than yours.
Right. How many of these guys? And there's some big name YouTubers. I think the dude's name was Scotch, something like that. He shot his car because he did a height over bore and all that other stuff. But the same thing, he was focused on the target, pulled the gun out, and either blew off his rear view mirror and shot across the hood. Because he was focused more on the target. That wasn't even a threat. There was no threat to him. But those things happen. The other thing is the proximity of each other, of the officers that are involved. They come in like a horde because they probably were like, this guy.
There's at least 3 of them I saw.
And then they see the gun. And then it's like, oh, no, they may have said that he may have a gun.
They just want gun and start shooting.
Yep. And and we see that all the time. And, the training that these officers get, and most officers across the nation, they get 40 hours of training in the inception of their career, and then they never get training again. They get certified every year. And it's the difference between certified and training.
But you notice a lot of police officers are going to RMRs. You notice that?
The agencies are, and that's the killer. The crazy thing is the agency has a master trainer, and he writes an order, and they say okay, and they provide the funding, and everybody gets an RMR. But how many of those guys actually train with it? They get certified the very first time. Then after that, you have to make it and be diligent to become proficient with that. And that's what we see.
It's not hard to miss with an RMR.
Oh, if you don't see the dot at all, it is.
Yeah, it's because you didn't zero it.
No. That's not what I'm saying. When you're terrified and
I see what you're saying.
And running and
you don't see the dot. You looking over the whole RMR itself, and the only thing you see is the guy, and you just woo. Yeah, you forgot all about that.
3 feet away, and there's rounds in front of your feet. There's something wrong. Something's going wrong. I understand the fear and the emotions and the anxiety and all that stuff.
Pucker factor.
Going on.
That's getting tight.
But damn, and think about this. All those rounds that hit and that went past that guy, even though he's on the ground, they're skipping and going forward.
What if he was standing up?
What about?
Because there was some houses behind him.
There you go. They said he ran in from the houses. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that was going on in that. The mental screening of that particular deputy by LAPD or LA Sheriff's Department.
Can you guys hear us all right? I'm hearing that my audio is going in and out on the show.
Well, that's what happens. You keep the same mics for too long.
Yeah, it ain't the mics, guy. Almost $150 mics. He said P3 saying it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Black Chalk said he thought only police should have guns.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what, as a former retiree, whatever the hell you want to call me, bro.
Oh man.
I'm an advocate that everybody
Thank you, Black Chalk.
Train, and practice. You have to. And that's the same thing with this, because once you get into some SHT, you got to make sure that you're going to at least respond to at a minimum level, because those guys responded to a minor level. They responded very low, and they got lucky because they had the forces. They had 3 of them versus 1. So that's where luck came in.
Yeah, ain't no way you're gonna win that.
No.
The shooter's gonna win a 3 against 1.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
not unless he Jack. No, not unless he's
choreographed like John Wick.
No, not John Wick. The Collateral. Remember Collateral when he was out there shooting the 3 guys, and he stole.
The two guys stole his bag.
Yeah, they stole his bag. He was shot. He did the one.
Body one. Yep.
Yeah, then came back to the head. Yeah. So yeah.
Yep.
But actually, it works.
That's choreographed.
Yeah, it actually works. Some of the guys actually redid it.
Yeah.
What's that special forces dude? He redid it. He said it actually was real.
Big guy. Really I know you're talking about. Not Hackathon, but the other one. Yeah, Vickers.
Yeah, Vickers actually.
Vickers, and he did one of these things where he critiqued it and said the same thing. Yeah. Especially when they're not ready for it. Element of surprise. But again, he also has a great stunt coordinator that's standing behind him to make sure if it doesn't go wrong, he says, "Cut, do over." We don't get that chance. We don't get no do over.
Right. It's no do overs.
Go ahead and draw a gun on a drawing gun if you want to.
Right.
Better
Yeah,
do a
like Wyatt
distraction.
Earp said, if somebody's got the drop on you, the chance of you winning that is very, very slim.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta
He
have a
say,
distraction.
yeah, he said he only seen a few guys win a gunfight with somebody had the drop on them.
Mhm.
You know, so but
It's
if
hard.
but let's go with the drop
Mhm.
being close. Now, if the drop's within 7 yards, 10 yards, I say 10 yards now, because they can still get you in 10 yards.
Right.
So if the drop's within 10 yards, yeah. But that's why I always say create that distance.
The closer they are, the better off you are. The
Hmm?
closer they are, if they're close to you, especially if somebody does like this is your best chance. If they're away from you over here,
That's your best chance
yeah, your
to
best
survive.
chance. Oh yeah,
How?
yeah, because
You-
action,
you-
is quick. Action is quicker than
Dude,
reaction.
you looking at that dude's videos that do all that.
Nah,
that
I
straight.
would never look
No,
at that
man,
pussy.
no.
Look, I'm
Come on
telling
now.
you, I'm telling you,
Dude,
I'm gonna
this
meet you
is-
and I'll give you the description and I'll set it up for you. And every time you will lose, I guarantee you. It was this how it was trained to me.
Mhm.
If you do this, right? Now look at me. And when you do
look-
this, and when you decide to grab, or if it's pointed, touching you, even in your back, you know exactly where the gun is. When the person is this far away, there's too
Yeah.
much distance.
I that's what I'm saying. Anything less than 10 yards, I'm saying it's a dangerous threat.
Now, see,
I'm saying
what are you talking about doing? Maybe that's where we got a disconnect here. What are you talking about doing?
I'm talking about fighting back.
Okay, fighting back how? With drawing a gun or busting him in his face with your elbow?
Well, if he's within 10 yards, I got to go hands on. I don't have a choice.
If he's 10 yards, you got to get out the way. And seriously, you've seen some of these bums shoot.
Yeah.
If you got somebody 10 yards away from me and he's got a gun pointed at me and I'm by
Oh, yeah.
myself,
No. See, you never let me finish what I was talking about. I was
never let
trying
me
to
finish
say.
anything, so I'm cutting you off now.
Yeah. Well, you said you got a gun to your head already. I'm
Right.
like, dude.
I
I'm
said
like, I said,
the closer proximity you are, the better off you are, is what I said.
no.
Yes, you are.
You can win a drop fight if the drop's beyond 15 yards or more. You can win that fight.
Okay, well, you can run away and you can get behind cover. What I'm saying to you
But
is
I can outshoot them.
potentially. What I'm saying to you is if the gun is touching me and I know exactly where it is, I have a better chance than a guy standing 3 feet away from me. 3 feet away from me, he gets my wallet and everything. Nothing I can do. But if he decides to be Billy Badass and put that shit right here, I'm gonna probably get a powder burn on my face. But I tell you, the ferocity of my daddy, the devil, is gonna come out, and I'm gonna beat that.
Dude, you're gonna be in Cloud Central.
Nope.
You know what you got me thinking? That dude, what's that dude to be on the internet always talking about taking a gun, fighting and carrying on? That fat dude.
See, that's why I said I was tempered to saying it, but I've seen it, and I've seen it with practitioners, not fools that do it. That dude got a little bit of information, and he used it to exploit himself and for clout. And he goes to a SHOT Show and he signs autographs, and he's a clown. I hope he makes a lot of money being a clown. But I'm talking about people who are real fighters, and every day that they wake up, they're thinking about how they can better themselves as a warrior. I'm talking about those people. And I'm telling you, if it's touching you, you know where it is. If it's out here in the ether, you don't have much control over that, bro.
Yeah, but nobody touches you with a gun anymore.
Shit, you should see some of these things. These guys robbing people and put your hands up.
Right.
Nah, he's a pussy too. And I called and I voted. I
Voda?
spoke to him. I would never have a knife
You
and
want
a
to
gun
do
in
the
my hand
vote?
at the same time.
Voda is
Nope.
that dude.
You show up too, WK. I'll show you too.
That he's anti-gun. He's Voda is talking about.
Man, he done changed
He's
and so many.
anti-gun.
He just
He
trying to
wants to
stay
get rid of
relevant.
He wants to get rid of the Second Amendment, constitutional carry, and all that other stuff.
Because he's a half-ass American.
Mm-hmm.
He want to go back to where the hell he came from. And by the way, he's not Jamaican. I don't want everybody calls him Jamaican. He's not. He's
From
like
Zimbabwe
from a little
or
island,
something.
like Bermuda or something.
Yeah. But yeah, it's funny, man. Let's see. While we're
You
20
got that other one.
minutes, huh?
You got that other one.
Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and go into the sponsors real quick. Do the voter dance. What the hell is a voter? Oh, slide dance. What he be doing electric slide, something like that. What are you reading, man?
I'm about to send you something.
Oh, okay. So let's go into sponsors of the show.
Yeah, there
That's
you
Saber Team Tactical. Just type in saberteamtactical.com. Go to the classes, and from there you got Al.
Yes, sir. You got that one-on-one love flavor. We're bringing you in one-on-one, and we go from there. We do our assessment. It's becoming a big hit. People like doing it, and you actually take that away when they, go on their own. And it's a good way to practice too. And we basically take an assessment of what your skill level are, and we'll work with you from there. We'll enhance that skill level before anything else. All done in safety. The safety on the range is all about responsibility. So we go through all the safety protocol. We show you where the med kit is, the protocol for if something should drastically happen out on the range, and how we're going to proceed. All of that's taken care of while we're out there, especially on the one-on-ones. Any of these classes that you see, the topics, we can provide those for small groups. 5 is optimum, but we can do it for 2 and 3. Just let us know. I currently have 2 guys that have been working out with me for the last 4 weeks. And I'm telling you, man, if you look on my Instagram, the one guy, he shredded a card the other day, a playing card, and it was hella excited because, these guys are brand new shooters. They've only been shooting, 6 months. They've shot before, but they've only been training to shoot for the last 6 months. And I don't even think it's fully 6 months. They said 6 months. I think they've been to maybe 5 sessions with me, and they also practice in between the times that we don't meet up. And I'm telling you, I had to lead by example, so I went out and shot it first, and I really didn't think any of these guys were going to hit it. And then the next one up, the first shot, he crushes it right in half, and it was a great day for him, and it was all that. So we really put a lot of passion into what we do, and we really enjoy it. What's the update coming? The next one is October 28th, and that's going to be Stop the Bleed. That's a really good class. We go over a lot of assessment and triage of injuries, not necessarily all gunshot wounds, but anything that should happen to you, you'll have an understanding on how to stop the bleed, especially if it's an extremity.
So
Go ahead.
With that class, first half of the day, we go into medical kits. We talk about kits, what's necessary in your kit, what you need to actually carry and conceal carry. Yes, we are running battle rifles and running secondaries. However, that's to use that as the distraction. Smoke grenades will be deployed in this. So you're going to learn how to triage people under a stressful condition that we can make it in a safe environment for you. So beginners can come to this. So you don't have to be Billy Badass to come to any of these classes, because I'm going to teach you how to get to that level. So don't even have to worry.
These classes outside of November.
Yeah, any classes outside November.
Right.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah. So leading up, speaking of, we get to the November class. The November class is our rifle and tactical gear class, and that's taught by my man right above me here. And it's a one-of-a-kind type of class. And if you've never really pushed your gun, pistols and rifles, show up for that. I guarantee you, especially if you've only trained in indoor ranges and you feel competent enough, we'll give you a go. If you think you're an intermediate shooter, come on out. You think you're an advanced shooter, come on out. Because I guarantee you, not only is your marksmanship going to be challenged, but your brain, your ability to think and move, that right there is worth the price of admission.
It is a lot of movement parts to this. Not only from your gun, your triggers, your reloading, your feet.
Where you have to be at a particular time.
Yeah.
Within a team and working, There's only 6 people allowed, and we already we're almost 2/3 full right now, or 1/3 full, 1/3 full. And
I need you guys to sign up for this class early, because I lock it down after 6. And if you want to come, you think you're going to get in there at 7, not going to happen.
Yep.
You just got to wait till next year. This class is a real class. It was taught on active duty. So all the techniques and stuff was used in real life in this stuff. And so you want to come out and learn something that I think nobody's actually teaching here in the state of Georgia. And I've been teaching it since 2011. And so
it's tough.
Come on out and learn it. This used to be a 2-day course. We condensed it down to 1 day. And I do not do smoke grenades on this course because there's too much to need to be seen. And it's too, for safety reasons, I don't do it. And but if you really want to learn, come out and learn. Don't be scared. Come out and learn.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm telling you, you will not regret it.
No,
You're gonna shoot a lot. You're gonna move a lot. Did I say you're gonna shoot a lot? You're gonna shoot a lot. It's a lot.
You're gonna shoot a lot.
You're gonna lot.
You're gonna shoot a lot. There's a lot of
Man.
shooting in this. You're gonna get tired of
Realize
shooting.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
People don't realize it. And most of the guys from last year's class, oh man, they not only did they have a ball, but they didn't realize when we said you're gonna shoot a lot. Meant you're gonna
When they
shoot
got
a
through
lot.
with the round count at the end, they was like, "Oh my God, we really shot that many rounds."
And it's my boy up here, right? It's my boy, so you guys already know. But I'm gonna harp on it a little bit. He got it down pat. When I'm telling you, I walk up to him, and I wasn't testing him, wasn't playing. I just said, "Hey man, where we at with ammo?" And he said, "We're at 375." I'm like, what? Yeah, 375. Because I'm going back and forth with the guys actually in the class, and I'm trying to make sure. You know, 2 guys in the class that were limited with ammo, and I looked in their box, and I'm like, okay, they're good. And he said, yeah, I already took a look at it. He said, yeah, I adjusted it. I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking, all right, let's make sure these guys, make it through. And he already had it. He was already in tune, and he knew how much they had compared to what he needed to get done. And I was like, all right, bro, I give it to you.
Yeah. So it's you're gonna be learning a lot in this class. Just go read about it, and there's a lot of things. I combine phase 1 and 2 and together and it's modified into the next class. And you do need 1,000 rounds of rifle and 700 rounds of pistol. You're gonna go through it. So get your stuff together now. I'm going to skip the laser engraving and let's see what else. So let's see. We're going to the other one scenario.
Yeah, to the other one.
Yeah. So we still
Politically
got questions about this old dude. This guy in Utah who got shot by the ATF for threatening the president. It's not making any sense because now we see this footage. It was
I do
a
want to get back to
standoff.
some breaking news that we have been following over the last several
was a
hours
standoff.
here. An armed
it was
Utah
crazy.
man accused of making threats against President Biden, fatally shot by FBI agents hours before the president was expected to land in the state.
Guess that's when the shooting
Special
just
agents
happened.
say they were trying to serve a warrant on the home of Craig Robertson over in Provo, which is south of Salt Lake City, Utah, when that shooting happened. Investigators also say Robertson posted online Monday that he had heard Biden was coming to Utah and was planning to dig out a camouflage chute
That's
and,
a
quote,
no-no.
clean the dust off the M24 sniper rifle. Ken Gray is a former FBI agent
think
and
it's some
current
pictures in
senior
here.
lecturer of Homeland Security and Criminal Justice at the University of New Haven and joins us now live to talk more about this developing story. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to be here.
Hi, Josh. Glad to be with you.
So first off, just break down for me what we know so far. Again, this has all been developing over the past several hours, so information is kind of slowly coming in.
So the FBI
days
has
later,
said
still
that
slow.
while executing a search warrant and arrest warrant, that a person was shot and killed in
Is that a rifle behind him?
that event.
His
So
open
there
shirt?
are little details that have come out from the Bureau itself. However, we've learning more details from the media that this is Craig Robertson, a 75-year-old male who has
75.
made numerous posts on social media, making posts about threats against the president, the vice president, the attorney general,
What is warranted
District
to be
Attorney Zalman
president?
Bragg, and District Attorney Letitia James. And so this is a person who has made threats, and this is not a brand new piece of information. This is something that the Bureau had actually started an investigation on back in April of this year, and that they have been dealing with
April.
this as a person who was an ongoing threat. But it was the president's visit to that area that caused this to come to a head where they had to do something about it.
And that's what I was going to ask, is how does the fact that the president was going to be there in a matter of hours really impact a situation like this? Does it make it more important that they act fast?
Absolutely. Is that you have a person who has made posts claiming that he was planning to shoot the president, shoot the vice president, shoot others, and that the president is coming to the area. This person has demonstrated the fact that they've taken pictures of themselves with a ghillie suit on, which you see here, which is a camouflage suit that you wear to try to hide inside the woods while you are being a sniper. He's shown himself to be clearly a threat, and he has made the threats. And then the president's visit to that area means that they had to act, and they had to act quickly.
And of course, you're looking at one of the posts right there on your screen coming from his Facebook page.
He wrote that in October.
Now, one of the posts from the man was,
2022.
The time is right for a presidential assassination or two. First Joe, then Kamala. I would imagine the FBI does not play around with things like this, especially when you are talking about the president
almost
of
a whole
the
year
U.S.
before
Yes,
they did
absolutely.
anything.
So, U.S. Secret Service is a federal agency that is responsible for the protection of the president. However, this man had made a couple of federal violations. The FBI had started an investigation on him. Secret Service was working with the FBI in handling this threat to the president. The FBI was trying to arrest Mr. Robertson and to carry out a search warrant at his house to find evidence to support that he had committed these crimes, when he apparently, we don't know the details yet, but apparently tried to oppose their entering into his residence, and he was shot and killed.
And so at this point, obviously a lot is under investigation. But just from your experience, do you think people realize the severity of what they're posting online? Because these are statements that have been posted, whether or not anything was going to actually happen or if he planned for anything to happen. The fact is, these are some serious, I guess, statements that he is making. So do you think that people realize the severity of their statements online?
So people are free to express any opinion they want, but they cannot make violent threats. And so Mr. Robertson had crossed the line. He crossed over from expressing his First Amendment rights to whatever opinion he wants, to once he has started making threats, he was violating federal law, and so he had to be arrested for those threats. I think you are absolutely right that some people get lost when they're making political statements online and social media and don't realize the gravity.
So what I'm saying here is there's a lot of people that make threats, especially against Trump, and they're threatening to kill him all the time.
And so today they sent that crazy Canadian, whatever she is, they sent her to jail for 22 years.
What crazy Canadian?
There's a lady that threatened Trump, and she went further than this dude. She sent rice into his office. And
so she got sentenced 22 years? She's in Canada or here?
She's a Canadian, French. So
the Canadians prosecutor. This has nothing to do with us.
No.
Yeah, he said the FBI shot him, not ATF. Yeah, I thought it was ATF, but I stand corrected, WK. And so I'm just saying this is kind of weird. And you notice the news is not talking about it anymore. And
a Canadian woman who was sentenced to 22 years for a letter she sent to Trump. And she's
so that's an assassination attempt. If she sent rice,
where do you get these things from, bro?
No. If she sent something,
but they didn't charge her with that. I know what you're saying. They didn't charge her with that.
What they charged her
with a bunch of other stuff. I'm looking to see what it is. She says she wants to be a free rebel. She's a free rebel spirit. She was arrested trying to enter a border crossing in Buffalo. A gun, knife, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. All right, she was going out for a day.
And this old dude, if he was such a Billy badass, don't you think he would have shot at him with that M24 instead of a a 38 pistol like they said he was using. He came to the
So
door
some of
with
the
a
news
38.
sources say that he came to the gun with he came to the door with a gun, and that's why.
Yeah. Some people said it was a 38. Then some people said the guy was 75. He barely could walk. He had a cane. He barely can walk. I think maybe they saw the cane, and when they saw the cane, they thought it was a rifle, and they gunned him down. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? And because you notice the story is not being talked about anymore. The story, the guy is supposed to have been a Trump supporter, had Trump hat and all this other stuff, had an arsenal of weapons. I think he had 7, and a whole
Right.
bunch of ammunition. And he was a huge threat, not only to himself, but to everybody else in the neighborhood. You know, but the guy
Right.
couldn't hardly get out of his truck.
Well, see,
without
this is the thing
assistance.
that just from common sense and what we've seen in the past. By now, if the feds were doing the right thing, they would have broadcasted overly the weapon that he had and all that stuff. That's why, as you say, I'm not 100% on the conspiracy, but I do see some flaws. Like, where's the gun? What gun did he have?
Show me the gun.
What was the threat? What was the threat
Yeah.
to the feds when they
Right.
got there?
And if he was a 75-year-old man, couldn't you have waited till he went outside to the grocery store and swarmed him and got him that way?
Yeah, but you know,
He
that's
had
a
to
lot.
leave the house.
They don't like wasting money.
No, but they had not, you just
I'm being
wasted all
facetious,
types of money doing the siege.
We're talking about the federal government.
I've
They'll
done
spend
the only
$2
thing they had to
million
do was
lock
just,
somebody up for shoplifting.
dude, no, man. No,
You're not
I ain't saying
listening.
shoplifting.
You're on the defensive.
you-
you're on the.
You're
on the
making a
defensive
joke.
and
I
not
understand what
listening.
you're
Right,
making a joke.
yeah.
I understand that. Yeah. I'm just saying, while the old man's getting out, he was a church going guy. When he goes to church, just 4 agents walk up on him, boom, grab his arms, boom, come with us. It's not hard.
But that's not sensationalized enough.
Ugh.
That's not sensationalized. So, I don't know where the quote unquote sniper rifle came into play with this, because if they could get to his front door like that, obviously that's not into play anymore.
They wasn't worried about it.
Right. That's my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. They obviously weren't worried about it.
They wasn't worried
go
about
right
it
up to
at
the front
all.
door.
Yeah.
All the vehicles are pulled up. There's no suits. You don't see no feds in suits and no
No,
ties.
you see an AMRAP
Yep.
and a bunch of them. Yeah.
And vest. And
Right.
Yeah, everybody came heavy. They knew what they were doing before they got there.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. And so yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. So it didn't make any sense. Very, very interesting. Yeah. So guys, we're gonna be at
The vault.
we're gonna be at
The vault?
Hmm?
Isn't it the vault?
Yeah, the vault and Austell Road, Marietta. Austell Road and Windy Hill. That's where they're at. They have their 1-year anniversary went by there today. They're selling I don't know how long they're gonna be there, but they're selling PMags, the Gen 2s for $11.99. So you might want to pick some up when you go over there. I
All right,
picked
bro,
up
I
6.
got one for you. Before we end off, check this one out.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. Let me see.
I think you can post it.
Yeah, I'm about to. Check this out. This dude right here.
Who is this?
That's the person that made the threats to Trump.
Oh, I thought that was a dude. I thought that was a dude.
Yep, that's the one right there.
Like somebody I work with.
It's a Canadian French citizen. And
Oh,
you were
okay.
right. You were right. They charged him in Canada.
Right, they're Canada. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Instead of charging them here.
So
So
it was interstate,
right.
intercountry,
Yeah.
should I say?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be at the vault. Saturdays, the vault is having their 1-year anniversary, and they're gonna have food trucks. They're gonna have Pro Tacticals are gonna be there. You can test fire a bunch of their guns and shoot. They're gonna also have several classes. They're giving away a gun. They're giving away range time. They're gonna give away some training. It's going to be about 7 different vendors are going to be there on the inside. Cobb County police are going to be there too if you want to join and be a law enforcement officer. They're taking recruiters going to be there. So this thing's going to happen between on Saturday, this Saturday, between 10 and 4. So they got plenty of ammunition. If you want to buy ammo there, they got crates of it sitting on the floor, and they've been selling a lot of it. So if you want to get some
marginal.
Yeah, we'll talk offline. And I'm cheap, guys. I'm very cheap. And I'm always looking for a deal in the bargain. So to buy the ammunition locally, and if you don't want to order and pay shipping costs, yes, it's a good price.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
read between the lines.
Yeah, read between the lines. If you don't want to pay shipping costs and you do the math and it comes out, it's all effective. Also, too, Adventure Outdoors is selling some Norma for $14.99 too, a box. So 9mm, 115 grains. So if you guys need some of that, get over there and pick some of that stuff up too while you're over there at the vault. You know what I'm saying? And what?
Go ahead. I got you.
And stock up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna say something. You're gonna say something.
115 or 124. I was gonna give you a Mickey Mouse answer.
Oh,
Mickey
come
Mouse
on.
question. That's Mickey Mouse.
What's the Mickey Mouse? Go ahead. Give it.
You know Mickey Mouse, our buddy Mickey Mouse. You're not thinking.
Oh yeah, I know what you're gonna say. 115, 124.
That's
it doesn't matter. They both make holes. And if you put multiple rounds that make multiple holes, you're going to have a bleeding effect, and it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? I think the first 9mm bullet that came out when Luger made it, I think it was 115s, wasn't it?
Right, it was. It was
115. Yeah. So
and they had on you, bro.
And the Nazis was killing people with the Lugers for years.
Yep.
You know, so
execution and battle.
Yeah. So it's like, come on, man. Grains really ain't making a difference when you shoot multiple times.
I say that to these guys all the time. It's shot placement. Shot placement.
Yeah.
If you can, and you know it's going to happen today, carry a rifle. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, you're gonna look kind of stupid walking around with a rifle, though.
I don't give a damn. Don't leave the
house. Put it in a backpack, then you can walk around downtown with it. But
don't leave the house. You know it's coming today.
Oh yeah, if you know it's coming, I got rifle. Rifle's coming.
Do I blast you? You don't speak English no more. I said you act like you don't speak English no more. I just said that.
I heard you. I don't know. I'm fascinated with these 5.7s now. 5.7s.
9mm.
Yeah. Well, now 5.7 is better than 9mm. I think.
Not look it up. I did it before while you were talking.
9mm cannot penetrate soft Kevlar. 5.7 can.
Okay, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Who's coming after you, bro? That you need.
You just said you came up with a scenario. You just came up with a scenario.
I said if it's going to happen,
if it's coming, you know that day.
A rifle. That's what I said.
Right. But if
you come up with Kevlar penetration, and I'm like, who's coming after you?
Well, it's that day. Every day is that day. Every day is that day. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I just want to know, like, I'm thinking you must be messing with the cartels. So they send
No, I ain't going down there, man.
They're sending their staccatos after you.
Yeah, them dudes will kill you, man.
Oh, them dudes. And then peel your skin off. At that point, I don't really care, but they will skin you.
Oh, you're going to care. You're going to wish it.
I'll be dead. I hope they shoot me first and then skin
Oh,
me.
no, they're not going to shoot you first. They're going to take your face off.
See, that's the problem.
And wear it.
Then I'll swallow my tongue at that point. I'm going.
Yeah, because they're going to cut that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, we're going to do another show on Saturday. We'll probably go live on the cell phone out there at the vault and maybe interview a couple people or just
social media.
Yeah, do some social media stuff. Different times of day. And we'll be live that night. And hopefully I can get some of the footage ready and post it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we'll see.
We're going back to old school too, guys. It was me and Al.
Right. We're going to be doing some of our own videos and shooting
like we used to do.
And The Guns Range and Safe video probably won't be published at all. To
Technical difficulties. is a good
technical
way of putting it.
difficulties and some unfortunate circumstances.
There you go.
And
Such a big
so
guy. You're such a big guy.
who?
You're a very big guy. Very good. I like that.
Yeah. You don't know what I'm thinking.
I know, but it doesn't count. On the
It's
count
a
of what
war.
you're saying.
It's a war going on up here.
I know.
Right here.
That's
It's
why
war,
I'm congratulating
it's
you.
World War III in here.
Kudos, brother. Kudos, brother. Kumbaya, brother.
So and also I want to talk about the worst guns and the best guns. I want to show you my top 5 pick handguns. And also too, we're posted on social media that we want to possibly do a meet and greet with Saber Team Tactical and 2 Alphas Talk. And we're possibly talking about it in October on a Saturday. And the only requirement, you guys got to pay the $30 range fees. It's going to be set up out at South River. And it's probably going to be pistols only, no rifles. So be prepared to see if you can shoot. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have a little scenario set up and some speed drills and some things set up. You know what I'm saying? So if we get closer to the date, we'll come up, we'll pick a date and go from there. And
Yep.
Cry Havoc, let's slip the dogs of war.
Dogs of war.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There's
let's
some
do that. Yeah.
old sayings of somebody. I forgot who it is.
Mm-hmm. What you want me to talk
He's
about
talking
this?
No, I'm just sending it to you.
Oh.
We'll talk about that later. But that's
Okay.
that's the reason. Expanding bullets. Just think of that. 5.7 versus 9mm. Which one expands and which one doesn't? Personal protection, not John Wick.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna shoot you. So leave me alone.
And the neighbors and then the little baby that was.
I don't carry a 5.7, but I do shoot it for target practice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
just
So
saying.
stop.
Bro. I use the science. I use the science.
Yeah. And a lot of
Logical
other people I
science.
know use the science too, and every 5 minutes they're changing bullets.
Bro,
And,
you got dudes out here changing bullets. You got dudes out here changing barrels. They think it's match grade. But take a training course, bro. Learn to hit a bullseye at 25 yards. It's not the gun.
Right.
All right. This last one. I heard a guy say the other day that he doesn't like Glock because Glocks are not accurate. And I just stared at him and let him finish this. And he said, SIGs are more accurate than Glocks.
It's the
And I
shooter.
I said, whose hands? He said,
Yeah.
well, every time I shoot one, I said, well, you said I.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's the shooter, not the gun.
It's not the gun.
You can give a shooter a 22 and they can
How
still
many
do a lot
people
of
have
damage.
won the national championships with
Yeah.
Glock?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Tell them WK. Yeah, that's not it's not the gun, it's the shooter.
Man. I laughed too. I was like,
Yeah. So we'll see you guys in the range.
See you on the range, guys.
All right.